Kiara, welcome to the cave.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Yeah, exciting time for you also. You got a film streaming right now, Panama. It's gotta be an exciting time for you last few weeks.
Yes, it is. A lot of emotions this weekend. I have a chance to see me in the big screen. So it was a huge moment for me. I have been waiting for this project a lot. We filmed Panama. I think it was in 2020, in December 2020.
Wow. Before we dive into that too, I was doing some research on you. I noticed that you started your acting around 12 years old, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. What made you get into that?
Well, I'm the youngest one of three sisters. Okay. And all my sisters, like, they study in this school in Puerto Rico. It's a acting school in Puerto Rico. And as I am the youngest one, I have to follow their steps. And I went to this school. I fell in love with the acting thing, career. And then I think when I got out, I just started working in the restaurant industry. And I forgot about the acting thing, about my dreams and whatever. I just okay, I have to work. I have to pay for my university. So let's cut and let's deal with this. And then I start in the beauty pageants, and that opened many doors for me. And I start working in the TV industry in Puerto Rico. And I love doing TV, hosting and everything, but I was like, no, I have to go back to my acting and do my thing and do what I love. And I start preparing myself again. And well, this huge opportunity came, like I told you, in December 2020. It was something very unexpected, by the way. Wow. I'm not the kind of person who is checking their DMs all the time. Yeah. And I don't know why suddenly I was like, oh, let's check my DMs. And I have this message from the casting director of the movie. And she was like, Kiara, I know you're preparing yourself and doing a lot of acting things in Puerto Rico, and I want to know if you're you want to do this. And she sent me all the information, and I was like, yes, sure, I want to do it. Wow.
How did she find out about you, and did she just offer you the role of Camila, or did you have to audition for it?
No. I did a play in Puerto Rico. Okay. And that year, and in my social media, I always keep posting things I'm preparing myself. I went to Mexico. I moved to Mexico to keep studying acting, and she saw me in the movie. It was going to be filmed in Puerto Rico. Yeah. And they need a Puerto Rican actress for the role, someone that live in the island. And I was going to Puerto Rico those days, and for me, it was perfect.
Wow. How nice was it that you get to work from home pretty much? You didn't have to travel that far to film this movie.
It was amazing because it was Christmas. Wow. And I don't know, but Christmas in Puerto Rico is a big thing, and everyone is with their families and we are partying all the time. And I was going to Puerto Rico to spend Christmas with my family, and this project came, and I was working, but on my day off, I was spending time with my family and enjoying my vacation, my days in Puerto Rico. So it was very, very nice to be there.
So yeah, the movie takes place also in the late 80s. How did you prepare yourself to play somebody from that era pretty much?
Well, yes. I mean, all the makeup and the hair, it helps you, the dresses. Yeah. But you have to know where your character is standing. And in that moment, my character, she was, well, Camila, I think is one of the most difficult characters I have played, because I have to be clear, in my mind, we were in the 80s, but I also have to be very clear what my characters was doing in the movie, my role, the importance of my role there. And it was very fun to play with it, to be sometimes a badass, but I don't want people to know that I'm a badass. So I have to pretend like I'm a good girl, you know, and try to play with the role along with the story. The story is about the war in Panama. So it was nice. It was very nice. It was difficult. It was very threatening, but I think I just enjoy it. I really enjoy it, and all the hair and the makeup and the dresses, it helps you a lot. So as an actress, you don't have to give like so much importance to maybe to project yourself as a woman in the 80s.
Yeah. How did you go back to watch like any like documentaries or like clips of what was going on back then in the 80s
Yes.
also to get an idea?
Yes, of course. When I read the script, I was like, okay, who is this guy? Who is Noriega? Who is this person?
Yeah.
Why it happened that war? So I investigate a lot. It helps me, you know, with the it's a job that the actor has to do before doing the role.
Yeah.
And I did. It was very interesting.
Now, how long were you on set for this project?
We were 20 days.
Okay. Wow.
20 days.
Yeah. Now, how was it working with the cast? Because you got some awesome names on there. You got Cole Hauser, you got Mel Gibson, just to name a few. Like, it's like, was that for like, were you like in total shock when you had the chance to work with them?
Yes. And it was very hard to see them all together because we were filming this movie while it was the pandemic. So the production, they had this protocol, and they have like group A, group B, and if you don't have scenes with the cast of group A, then you don't get the chance to see them. Yeah. I didn't see Mel Gibson.
I know from what I watched from the movie, he's like in the beginning, and then you hear his voice throughout the movie, then he's on it near the end again.
Yes. But working with Cole, it was a great experience. I was very nervous when I met him. I remember. We went to this dinner, and I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm meeting this guy. Cole is like very hot right now in Hollywood because he has this series Yellowstone. Yeah. And I was very, very nervous, but as soon as we start talking about the characters, the history, the script and everything, he helps me a lot to understand my character, and I think I help him too, you know, understanding the relationship between Becker and Camila. Yeah, because it's like you don't know if they really fell for each other, of if they were just like spending time together. But as soon as we talk, I think we figured it out.
Yeah. How do you describe that chemistry now between you two after you guys like talked and everything, and like about your characters when you started like doing the scenes?
For me, it was very important to feel comfortable with him because we have a lot of very hot scenes. Yeah. And for me, it was very, very important that part. We talk about our scenes, everything that happened, everything that you can see in the movie, and we talk about it earlier. Yeah. So I think we have a great chemistry. He has this like, he's an actor, but I think that he has this mind also like a director, you know, this perspective as a director. Yeah. And sometimes when we were doing the scenes, he was like, I think maybe Camila should feel this way, or maybe not show that she's feeling like that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Or sometimes I was like, no, but Camila, she has to feel that way because you did this. And he was like, yeah, you're right.
You mentioned you were nervous at first before you started like filming this movie and everything. Like, did he give you any advice? Because this was one of your biggest projects to the day.
Yes. You know, one advice that I have from Cole that I always have it in mind when I'm on the set, is that he said, like, the first 3 takes, you do whatever the director tells you. After the 3rd take, you do whatever you want and whatever you feel. And I think that's one of the best advice that I could have from him, because it's true, you know, it's true. As an actor, you have to always work with your director, and you have to give your director what he wants and what he believes is the best thing to do for the role, you know. Yeah. But as an actress, you can play with it, and it's good that after the third take you play with your role. No, you just do what you feel, and just, I think the important thing about that is just be in the moment, be present, listen to what your partner says, and just react to it, you know, in a way that is very organic.
I can see that. What did you love about Camila now? What did you love about her?
What I love about Camila?
Yeah.
I love that Camila is very mysterious.
Okay.
She's so mysterious. And I think she's the badass because she learned to survive. In one of the lines she said, by her wits and her body. And it's true. It's very sad, her story. She moved from Colombia. Her father sold her. And she has a very difficult background, but she learned to survive. And I think she really wants another life, you know, a better life, but her reality won't let her. And she dream about it, but she's like she stands for herself. And she can be in love with Becker, but she's always going to do what she has to do and what is best for her.
Right. Yeah, you can see it throughout the movie. Like, you're always like, you were trying to be like, not like one step ahead, but like surviving pretty much.
Yes, surviving. Yes.
Yeah. Now the movie's available everywhere. What are the streaming platforms that it's on?
Well, right now is in Amazon, is in iTunes, on demand. I think is on DirecTV, and in some theaters. I went this Saturday to see it in one of Orlando's movie theaters. Okay. And I was so impressed, like, to see myself in the big screen and to hear what other people have to say about it, you know, when you're in the movies. Yeah. People are like commenting, oh my God, oh wow. And I was there like
hiding in the corner.
Yes, I was with my cat, and I was like, oh my God. And I really love that people enjoy the movie. It's an action movie. I love action movies. Yeah. So I really enjoy it as well. But at the beginning, when I first saw it, I was back in Mexico. I was working there, and I saw the movie on iTunes.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh my God. I don't know why, I was so embarrassed, but I think it was the shock of seeing myself, you know, showing my boobs and my parts, you know. Yeah. It was a shock at the beginning. It was like maybe 10 minutes. And then I was like, oh my God, I love it. It's great.
Now, what's next for you now? You got any other projects that you're working on that you're allowed to tell us?
Yes. Well, allow some of them. I'm doing now a TV series back in Mexico. It's in Spanish. It's for this new platform that is coming out soon. And I also have I have a role in a TV series in Amazon. I can't send the name yet, but you're gonna see it. It's coming out soon also, and it's a very, very nice role.
That's awesome. Kiara, lastly, how can the viewers and listeners find you on social media?
Yes, guys, you can find me as Kiara Liz PR from Puerto Rico. And in Facebook, I'm like Kiara Liz.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Elias.